Peace. What's happening, family? It's your favorite plug, RD Muhammad, plugging you in with the information that you need in order to make you successful. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in. Just real quick, I'm not going to be on here long, but I want to give you guys this work and let you know exactly what's happening. I just had a new write-off alert. Let me say it like that, new write-off alert. So, and this is basically pertaining to all business owners, all entrepreneurs, especially the new 18 business owners that's just come out from taking RDM online digital target marketing course. This is something that you guys want to pay attention to. As of 2024, we will no longer be able to enjoy the 100% write-off. We will not be able to enjoy the 100% write-off of business meals anymore. That is now long gone. Don't want to get off into the political politic part thingy of it. However, some things that's happening up there in DC, and it's now been reduced to 50%. So if you was a person that was like myself, that was loving writing off 100% of your business meals, that is now over and done with. Now, they did leave it intact to where you can write off up to 50% of it. But what does that mean? So first thing you want to do is you want to verify with your tax preparer, whoever does your taxes. They're going to validate and back up everything that I'm telling you right now, as in the 50% is where all you're going to be able to claim and get. And then I'm going to tell you some things, because a lot of people have been thinking that they can write stuff off and you can't write off certain things. So, but I'm going to give you guys that on the second end. But the first top end, know that the 100% write-off that we have been enjoying ever since COVID, and sometimes even before COVID, some of us before COVID, that's over and done with. Now, let me give you guys the understanding of what you can write off and who you can write off and how to write that off. First, it doesn't matter wherever you go out to eat. On the back of that receipt, you want to write who was there at the business, luncheon, dinner, supper, breakfast, whatever. Then you want to write what it was for, what business that you talk about. Now, and here's something that I tell a lot of my clients, beware of those printers or registers that have the disappearing ink. Everybody's into the tap thing now, to where you can get your receipt dropped to your phone, text message, or via email. Take advantage of that, because you can print those off and keep them into a file folder onto your in your emails. Now, if not, all you have to do is simply, you don't have to get QuickBooks and all of this stuff. Even though I am an advocate of Keeper, you want to use Keeper and download that. But I will be posting a link here real soon for you guys to use Keeper. But all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to do it the economical way, is take your screenshot of that receipt, and then put that into a separate folder of a business. Now, that way, if you come across those registers that have the disappearing ink, or the ink fades away, as they say, then you will have that copy there. And it's also to remind you of what that luncheon was for, or what that meal was for, why you're claiming it as a write-off. Now, here's the biggest misconception, ladies and gentlemen. Once you start claiming your meals, the IRS is not coming after you next year for audit. They're not. That's not going to wave a red flag. The IRS is so backed up and behind right now that it might be years before they come after you. But as long as you have the records of what happened or transpired in there. Now, my mother is an advocate of you want to keep at least 7 years. Don't matter. But you want to keep records of that. So you want to write down on the back of that receipt who was there, what the business meal was for, and just give a general idea of what you guys talked about so it can come back to your mind, which all of that should match with your calendar and your bank statements and all of that stuff. Now, number 2, when you're in a business meeting, a business dinner, a business lunch, you cannot write off just your meal. That's free game right there. You cannot just write off the food that you consumed. You have to pay for everybody at that table. And it was so funny to me because, back when I was flying back and forth to Florida to get my training, as I call it, when I was learning from the master, it used to always, now where I'm from and how I was brought up, I have my own money. I don't want somebody else paying for me. That's not why I'm around the circles or what I call the circles or around people with money. I'm not around y'all to take advantage or around them to take advantage of because they have money. And it used to make me feel some kind of way because I thought that it was looked down upon, well, we're going to pay for Robert because Robert don't have the money and blah, 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 blah. But that was not the case. Now, that even though how I felt, and I was like, no, I know how to eat cheap. Trust me. And I know how to order me a $30 salad and then go to Burger King and get me a $10 combo and fill up on. I can play the part. But that was not what was transpiring. Actually, if you're in those elements to where somebody is offering to pay, they're not offering to pay out of pity. They're offering to pay because it's a write-off for them. Now, if I had that mind state then, oh yeah, you want to pay for this too, bro? Oh yeah, let me get that filet mignon over there. Well, let me get that wagyu steak right there. Yeah, oh man, this arugula lettuce is the bomb. I wouldn't been getting that iceberg. So it's a different understanding when somebody that when they're inviting you out to eat, they're writing that off. Now, another way how you can tell that meal is going to be a write-off, you're going to bring up business some kind of way. They're going to bring up business in some type of way. Oh, well, how's business going, Robert? Oh, man, it's going great. Well, tell me some things that's going on in the business. It never crossed my mind. That was happening. Oh, man, I got this going on and this going on and that going on. And, man, I got well, what about the book? Are you writing the book now? Man, I'm working on book number 2. I'm working on book number 3. Blah, 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 blah. Well, oh, yeah. Well, man, if you need any help, just let me know. Business conversation. It just turned the meal into a business meal. Third thing you'll know how that meal is going to be a write-off is when they receive the check. And after they put their card up there and it goes off and be paid, and then they come back and then they write on there the little tip and they sign it. Now, this is what you want to pay attention to. If they flip that receipt over and you see them going into the pocket with the clicker and they start writing. He's not writing. He's writing down everybody's name that was there. He's taking mental notes, what you talked about, because that meal has just became a write-off. Now, even under this new settings where you're only going to be able to write off 50%, back then it was 100. So 23 was the last year. Well, 2022 filed in 23. This was the last year that you'll be able to get 100% business meal write-offs. I suspect, ladies and gentlemen, here in the near future, they're going to be taking a lot of stuff back from us. I really suspect that. No more business entertainment. Primarily, no more business entertainment at the strip clubs. No more business entertainment at the bars and the karaoke. When they want business, no more concerts, no more comedy clubs. However, we were able to get around and navigate through those expenses. I suspect that it won't just stop at the meals. I would have went in one of those first before I even attacked the meals, because there are a lot of times that we entertain a lot of customers and clients over a meal. Secondly, you can't just pay for yours. You have to pay for everybody at that table. This is all. Thirdly, this is all what's coming out. So no, you're just not going to be able to go out and invite everybody to go to Roof Chris and then you just pay your little $60 bill. No, you got to pay that whole. You got to break that whole big head Honda. You got to eat all of that in order to be able to cook, and then you're only going to get 50% back. Whew. Man, they play a dirty game up there in DC, man. I can't wait for these folks to get out of office. Oh, they so treacherous. Sad part is, when the other folks get in office, they're not going to do anything to reverse it. So we stuck with that. Let's go to the next one. In order to do that, I spoke about you got to pay for everything and all of that, and you got to write all of that down. One, I told you guys that I'm an advocate of Keeper, but if you don't want to do the Keeper app, which that's $20 a month, but it automatically connects to your business's bank account. So every time you swipe that credit card for the business bank account, it automatically files your expenses into its proper category. So that way, all you have to do at the end of the month is print off those bank statements, and then your tax preparer will automatically know how much you have for business meals, and then it's going to be half. Easy peasy, but it won't be 100% no more. Oh, man, that's going to hurt. But hey, family, you guys tune back in. I'm going to be dropping some more free game knowledge and information, because we're going to show you there's some other things about what else you can probably take advantage of that is still being full-fledged until they change it. But we're going to show you how to get some things done and how to stop calling it a vacation. That's going to be next. We're going to teach you stop saying the word vacation. Physically make yourself commit to the term business retreat. Family, that's paramount. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.